What is up, guys? It's Slay here, and welcome back to another World of Warships Legends gameplay. And today's Kraken gameplay, it is going to be in the Tier 6 Russian cruiser, the Tallin. And the Talllin is a really fun ship to play with. Had a lot of fun playing this ship so far, and with its 4x3 ornaments of turrets, which is pumping out about 12 shells every 14 seconds. It's a really fun ship. Now we're talking about 180mm guns. That's a lot of guns and a lot of damage, especially if you present that broadside towards a Talllin. Number two, Talllin is a little vulnerable to a lot of things, but fortunately enough, you would know how to use the ship and understand the playstyle of the ship to know that this ship is not a brawling ship, and it is not an open water ship, and it's a little bit of an island hopper from time to time. Now I'm going to use the ship as a flank side ship, and what that means is I'm going to be on the side of C, objective C, and try to start some crossfires as soon as possible. Now, setting these crossfires is going to open up for these enemy ships to open their broadside to my other teammates that are on the other side of me, which is one. And two, it's either going to mainly rotate the enemy ships towards another side so I don't have to deal with a lot of ships on my side. So that's the goal right now at the moment. Now, the Talllin 180mm guns will give a punch to a ship like the Gorky in its really weak armor. Now, along with that, we do have sonar in our really short but long range radar. And what I mean by short, it's like probably like a 10-second radar, but it's a really long, really 12 kilometers range, 12 kilometers. But it's a really good radar along with our sonar, which is also useful to spot those torpedoes or those destroyers. Now, this Gorky unfortunately was the main focus of heavy fire from multiple ships, and unfortunately he is back in port along with this Event York here. So that's two ships down, and that leaves us with these battleships: West Virginia 406mm guns and the Warspike with 381mm guns. Now they're presenting me with their bow tanking armor, so my AP won't do as much damage as I want. On top of that, I am reversing due to the fact that these ships are not something I really want to be involved with. Remember, open water, the Talllin isn't really as strong due to the armor it has. So you're going to see the West Virginia and the Warspike definitely give me a pretty good hitting there any moment now. That's the West Virginia there, hitting me for about 3,000 damage, and the Warspike punches me for about 7,000 damage there, along with setting a fire on me and taking out my torpedoes. So definitely something I don't want to be getting hit by, especially 406mm guns. Now, the Russian ship doesn't get a heal, so there's no way I'm healing here. West Virginia is going to go down. I believe he is flooding at the moment due to the fact that he has used his damage control on the fire I did earlier, but the West Virginia is going to go down, and it's going to leave the Warspike to fend for himself. And well, just like the Gorky, he's going to be the main focus of the line here we have at C. I believe someone is going to punch the Warspike as he tries to retrieve back to the island for cover. We don't get spotted here, but as you can see, those 381mm guns are definitely doing a lot of damage to our Talllin. Now we're trying to set that fire, and you're going to see that someone punched the Warspike for a lot of damage there. I believe it was Tennessee, but I wasn't really aware of who shot him. We're gonna continue to shoot at the Warspike, and we're going to get our first kill of the game by this salvo that's coming right up. And here we go. We're using that there. We're gonna get our first kill right there, and we have a cruiser presenting that out tanking as well. We're gonna try to use our AP and try to find that superstructure of the French cruiser here. Dispersion was kind of nasty there, and we're going to unfortunately lose contact since he goes dark there, but we're gonna try to feed fire there, see if we could get him. Gorky right in front of us, and the Gorky, well, Gorky's on our right ship. I really wouldn't be bow tanking in a Gorky against 180mm guns. We have a Pensacola there, which also presenting its broadside is not something you want to be doing. Not a really good idea to be presenting your superstructure bow tanking or bow armor pretty much. I mean, it's pretty weak, especially at tier 5. Punch him right there, get our second kill. And we're going to be working on this Pensacola and trying to see if we could get some Citadels now. Right here, I was thinking he was going to maneuver higher, and so I aim up, and unfortunately I only get 2 hits, 2 pins there in those Citadel. But yeah, unfortunately there he is going to get away, and we try to get a Citadel there, but that was kind of interesting that that wasn't a Citadel. But hey, redemption's gonna come, so I'm not really worried about it at the moment. And the French cruiser here is going to be broadside against us, so we're gonna try to punch him there. We aimed a little high, we still got some damage there. Got 4 pins, 2 ricochets, or not ricochets but overpins. He sends out his torpedoes, but yeah, he kind of shot them too early. We had our sonar popping up here, and that's gonna give us our 3rd kill of the game. So we are spotted by the plane. The Pensacola, I believe, his plane is up, and well, there we go, redemption. And we get that Citadel and our 4th kill of the game. Now there's only 2 ships left, and I did mention this is a Kraken video, so if you can guess which ship I sink in the comments below, maybe just maybe I could promise you a destroyer Kraken, or maybe a destroyer video for next game. But if you don't guess it right, then I'll still promise that destroyer video. So it's Fubuki and the Bayern. Now, why am I beached? Good question. But while I was spotted, this Fubuki most likely sent out torpedoes that way. And if I were to been accelerating forward, I would have most likely hit one of those Fubuki torpedoes and probably not have gotten this Kraken video. But I did realize that the Fubuki was going to send out his torp, so I did wait a bit to wait those torpedoes out. Now we're gonna fire these torpedoes at the Bayern, knowing that we're going to die by the Bayern's guns here. We're gonna go down, unfortunately, but these torpedoes are fast. I promise you, 70 knots torpedoes are really fast, and just like that, we're going to get our Kraken medal there, sinking the Bayern with the Tallin's torpedoes, which is something that you definitely don't want to forget. The Tallin torpedoes are really powerful, dishing out a pretty good damage. On top of that, 70 knots speed is pretty good for a cruiser. Now we got 63,431 damage. Not a really lot of damage going on there. We did get 3 torpedo hits, 5 sinking ships, 3 fires, 2 floods. Top of the leaderboard was 2,116, or my bad, 1,806 XP. Second place, not top of the leaderboard, as our Boivo did more damage, most likely more damage, and captured the sea flag along with sinking 2 ships. Now for our team, the Bayern, or the Tennessee, did a really good move on that war spike, lowering him to about 10% of his health and giving us, or enabling us to get that kill. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in a destroyer video. And if you did guess it right, give yourself a pat on the shoulder. And if you didn't, it's okay. As promised, I did promise a destroyer video. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.